This right here is the Nikon One Touch 100, a camera that was released in 1990, 6 years before I was released, and it is a point and shoot film camera. And in today's video, I ran a test roll of film through it to see if it's any good. I was interested in this camera because I was scrolling an app called Mercari where you buy and sell, random things. I mostly use it for Pokemon cards, but saw that they had film cameras on it, and I've been looking for a point and shoot film camera for a while now. And this one piqued my interest mainly because of the lens. This camera has a 35mm lens that goes to f3.5, which is not as good as the Contax T2 at its f2.8, but it's better than some of the other options like the Canon Sure Shot Supreme, which only goes to an f4.5. So I decided to spend the $20, hope it worked, and these are the images it made. I picked this camera up in the hopes of having an everyday carry camera, something I can just throw in my pocket, throw in my car, take with me and not worry about it too much. And honestly, with this roll of film, the camera did amazing. My biggest issue with this camera was when I first got it, the counter was off. So I didn't know how many shots I had taken, how many shots I had left. And I actually went ahead and unscrewed all the screws from the camera, took the whole thing apart, reset the dial, and somehow managed to actually fix that. The other main issue I have with this camera is that the flash is automatic. I love having a fully auto point and shoot camera, but when it comes to the flash, if the sensor detects that it is at all too dark to expose the image, it will fire the flash. Even in broad daylight, the flash will often still fire. For example, this shot of the car corner, it was bright outside, but for some reason the camera thought it was too dark and turned on the flash. For these images, I was using Kodak Ultramax 400. If you want to see my review of that roll of film, you can click the card in the top corner. I love this film stock. It's cheap. It's still got that film look that's warm that I like more so than Fuji. So I thought I'd use that roll of film on this camera. Overall, the Nikon One Touch 100 is a great pickup if you can find one in working condition. They are relatively cheap and the images that they produce are great. I've never shot with a Contax T2. This was my first time shooting with a point and shoot film camera that's not a disposable camera, and I'm really happy with the results. That being said, these cameras are made of plastic. They are very fragile, and while I have not dropped mine, while I went to go shoot a second roll of film on it, I had a major issue with this camera, but that's the next video's topic. So do I recommend the Nikon One Touch 100? Yes, I can if you can find it under $50 and in perfect mint condition. As we'll talk about in the next video, this camera is now a paperweight for me. But for that one roll of film, the images look great, the lens was super sharp, the flash was a bit annoying, but overall, it took awesome images and is so easy to just throw in your pocket, throw in your bag, and not think about too much. I think in comparison, these film shots are better than the shots from my previous video where I tried to make digital images look like they were shot on film. This was a cheap alternative to shooting my Minolta X570 or another SLR camera because a lot of those SLRs are now going for over $100 to $200, whereas you can still find decent point and shoots for $15 to $50. I love shooting film, and even though this video focused on a test roll of film through that camera, there were still a couple images on that test roll that I was really happy about and really happy that I was able to capture those moments. So what was your favorite shot from this episode, and what did you think of these photos overall? Do you think this camera is worth the $20 I spent on it? Or do you think there are other point and shoot options that do a better job than this Nikon One Touch 100? Let me know down in the comments. So that's it for this video. I've got 2 rolls of film off at a lab in San Francisco for development. I'm excited to show those photos to you guys, and I'm nervous to show them to you because I don't know if they're even gonna turn out, and that's the mystery of film, but we'll have to wait and see in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Thank you to all the Patreon supporters who support this channel and help me keep shooting film. I appreciate your support. Thankful for each and every one of you. Subscribe if you're new. I've got new videos coming soon, all focused on photography, and I guess I'm pretty much just a film photography channel at this point, as much as I didn't want to be when I started out. So that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.